everybody. Hello, everyone. I got voted to, with the recent poll, the yeses won and the noes lost. So here I am on Facebook, and I wanted to do a live real quick. Hopefully it won't go longer than 15 minutes, but I just wanted to say happy Valentine's Day. I dressed up for everybody, and it's the day of love. What can we say? Everybody's out celebrating their significant other. Some people are out with their families, and others are just out enjoying themselves. So I just wanted to say happy Valentine's Day, whatever it may be. You probably got some flowers, some cards, some chocolates. Enjoy. This is the day of love. I guess I have a question though. What do you do? I took some notes, so I'm kind of looking at the notes too. So I said, Singles Awareness Day. I don't know if you all are aware, but Singles Awareness Day is tomorrow, February the 15th. So with that being said, all is not lost. And I know we're in the midst of a pandemic, and it's hard for us, to meet people during this pandemic. And, there are some people that are going to be really, really lonely because they're not going to have the, the love and the feeling of everyone giving everybody their, their flowers and stuff like that. It's going to be really hard for a lot of people. So I just wanted to kind of give three points of, three things that I do as being, me being single. 3 things that I would do to kind of change the whole Valentine's Day deal of being at home and being lonely, because remember, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and it's kind of hard to go out and be like, hey, how you doing? My name is Leah, can we talk? Or hi. You don't get to see the whole person, if that makes sense. So I just kind of want to say, well, for us that are single, these are 3 things that I would do during Valentine's Day to try to kind of change things for me. One thing I would do is spread love by giving to others. And I know it's like, this is the day that I want to receive something, but you can't be selfish, because if you sit around and wait for somebody to give you something, it may not happen. So one thing I do for Valentine's Day, I may buy a bouquet of roses, and then I'll hand them out to different strangers individually. 12 roses, 12 people. It could change people's days. You don't know what that person is going through. So when you give them a rose, not only are you making them feel better, but you're also doing that in return for yourself. It's I know. Why spend money on somebody you don't know? But it's not about what you do or what you receive. It's about what you do for other people. You always want to do for other people. Another thing I like to do is to hibernate. I ain't no bear. But what I say about hibernating is, you could sit at home and just enjoy your me time. Stay at home and just kind of just relax, put your feet up, rest, because, like I said, this pandemic got everything kind of crazy. Rest, get that needed rest, and cook. Cook something for yourself. It's a lot of things that you could do. And another pointer is be adventurous. Be adventurous. Go out there and just do something you have never done before, and be COVID safe. But do something you've never done before. Take yourself to the movies. Go out, just go for a walk. Take the dogs for a walk. You might see someone that, is doing exactly the same thing, and they may be single. Who knows? Your significant other may be doing the exact same thing you're doing, but you'll never know unless you get out there and do it for yourself. I'm not a professional. I'm not an advocate for anything, and I'm not, this is not my, where I'm educated in, but I can only speak of what I know and how I deal with things. I only speak of things that I know, and what I know is that, it could be very lonely when you're single. True. Very lonely when you're single. But you got to get out there and you got to do things for yourself. You got to change that whole atmosphere. Some people get mad. They get upset. They want to commit suicide. You just can't. You can't let things or a day overwhelm you. You have to get out there and just be yourself. Do you, boo. And love yourself. Love is from the inside out. You can't wait for people to love you. Because if you're waiting for people to love you, that's not going to happen. You got to learn how to get out there, love yourself, and then spread love to others. Let it come from the inside out. I'm just saying, But, hey, it's Valentine's Day. And, God loves you. And so do I. And I just wanted to come in and just say hello. I just wanted to wish everybody a Valentine's Day. And I don't do this as much. And it's kind of hard because, you're speaking to people, some people you don't know. But, you want people to, Mookie, why aren't you with your significant other? I'm not married. So I'm single, no rings, so I'm doing this because I'm part of the single crowd, okay, and I'm loving me, sometimes you just gotta love yourself, appreciate yourself, treat yourself, go out there and enjoy life, Thank you, Mookie, I appreciate you asking that question. But thank you, Greg, love you too, cuz so I guess, hey, some of us are single as a Pringle, and we just learn how to cope, even in the mixed, you can't fix others unless you fix yourself. That is certainly true, Mookie. You can't. And I always say it's the light you put out. If you put a certain light out, a certain aura about yourself, you're going to attract that. So sometimes you have to change your atmosphere. Sometimes you got to go out of your circumference. Sometimes you got to go out of your comfort zone to meet people. And I know that for a fact. I've met people in places where I never thought I would meet people. But yeah, it's okay though. It's okay because, God has whoever he has for you will be there for you. And let me say something too. Don't get caught up on people that are here for a moment and gone the next. I recently had a friend of mine that was going through a situation where, she just met this person. Sometimes you got to go from UPS to FedEx. Whatever, Keith. Yeah, it's a joke, UPS, FedEx, y'all, I guess you all are aware, I work for FedEx, and some people on here work for UPS. It's almost like the Panthers going against everybody else, because I'm a diehard Panthers fan. So I try to change people. I try to convert people to be a Panthers fan. But yeah, so what I was saying was I had a friend of mine that recently met a guy. Okay, and this guy was her all in all. She thought that this man was the one, and he was calling her wifey and everything like that. And anyway, they just met a week ago. And after that week, it's kind of like he kind of made it, the whole tone, the whole conversation just changed from wifey to how you doing. And then the call stopped. Sometimes you got to read those warning signs. You can't go off and think that everybody is the same as you. Like you may love someone wholeheartedly, but that person may not love you in return. Who's going to be the one that falls short? You're going to be the one that gets hurt. So 49ers for life. But anyway, you have to learn how to read the signs. Sometimes you have to prepare yourself. And you know what? Communication. In any relationship, you need to communicate. And I don't care if as small as, what we're eating tonight to, how are we going to pay these finances or, what's your bank account? How are we coming together as one? And that's just for couples. You have to come together as one to, make things work. But when you don't have nobody, you have to, I guess we're kind of like going out there treading waters, trying to figure out, who this person is, what is this person about. You're still in the middle of dating, courting, and a lot of people, courting has kind of went out the door. Everything is rushed. No one is really interested in taking their time and getting to know anybody. And I think that's kind of sad, because you're missing out on all the pertinent things that you need to learn about someone, and I blame that on society. I blame that on social media, because social media is putting things out there for cut your ceiling fan off. It is, you know what, Charles? Hot flashes. But as I was saying, social media gives everyone that eye candy. So of course people are going out there trying to find somebody that fits that criteria of what they see. But everything you see on TV and social media ain't gold. Everything you see ain't real. So don't go out there chasing pipe dreams, because it's not gonna happen. The only way you're gonna get to know someone is if you sit down and you talk to them. And I'm talking about having fun and enjoying themselves. I'm at home in my office. I'm getting it together. But, it is what it is. I'm about to go to the store, go buy my dozen roses, and I'm about to hand them out to 12 people. That's what I do. And most of the time it's senior citizens, because I feel senior citizens are overlooked. I feel that some of them don't have families. And then COVID, COVID have a lot of our senior citizens locked in, and a lot of their families are overseas or not in the same area. They're away. So what I do, I love to give to others, and I love senior citizens. They have so much wisdom. Have you actually ever sat down and talked to a senior citizen or a seasoned individual? They have so much to share, and you can learn a lot about life if you just sit down and take the time to get to know them. Trust and believe. I know that for a fact. I've learned a lot. I'm 46, and hey, I just don't know everything. I don't know everything. I don't know about men in general. I don't know about relationships. They do, especially if you get you a good seasoned person that's been married for like 46 years, and then, when I was married, I always sought their wisdom as to finding out how I can make my marriage work, and keep in mind, you can't take one scenario and try to fit it into yours. It may not work. It may not work. I know that for a fact. Sometimes it don't work, but you can, learn a lot from a senior citizen. So, hey, I challenge you. Go out there and do something that you've never done before, and then just kind of comment. Let me know what you did and how did it make you feel when you did it. Did you feel better? Did it change how you looked at your outlook on life? Did it make you feel a certain type of way where you want to, hey, I want to continue doing this? Maybe roller skating, skiing. It's cold outside. Taking a walk in the park with your dog and you got your rain poncho on, or just taking a walk in general. Cooking a meal that you never cooked before, but you always had the desire to cook. Have you ever decided to do that? There's a lot of things that you can do, even in the midst of this pandemic. Just make sure you mask up, be safe, because that is very important. We don't want nobody getting sick, with no COVID-19. It's, we've lost a lot of great people last year and this year too, and it's just started. This year has just started. We're now in 2021, leaving out of 2020, going out with a lot of deaths, and coming into 2021 with the same. It's difficult, and I get it. I really do. It's hard, and it's hard for single people as well, because, you want to find someone that you could be compatible with for the rest of your life. But you got to take your time, boo. You got to be slow at it. You got to learn how to love yourself. That's very important. And women, thank you, Charles. Women, don't go out there searching for no man. Let a man find you. The Bible says he that finds a wife finds a good thing. You want a man to find you genuinely and love you genuinely. You know, don't go out there chasing yourself. You'll never see me wearing something that's provocative or anything like that, or showing too much skin, because that's not who I am. And I don't put that out there, so, and I'm saying this because I have gotten a lot of, feedback, good, positive, but some of the stuff that I've received, I'm just like, now I know I'm not giving that out, so why am I receiving it? And I know some people's mindsets are just like, they're messed up, and those, I just pray for them, but I do block them. I don't play. But, hey, you got to learn how to get respect. If you want respect, you got to give it out. And I give it out. So don't come putting no naked pictures on my Facebook page or sending me no naked pictures on Instant Messenger, because, like I said, I'm not about that. This is love, life, happiness, and loving the Lord. I love the Lord with all my heart. He's brought me out of so much that, I can't, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. And, I don't think we have enough time to really talk about that. But God has brought me out of so much that all I see now is just love. I see, I try to look for the good of people, the good in people. I try to respect everyone because I want people to respect me in return. I try to, basically live a godly life of Christ. I love music. I love all genres of music, and I think everything has its season and an appropriateness in my life, and yours too. But I put a lot of music out there because that's just, like I said, I listen to a lot of music. I love it, and I like to sing too. I enjoy it, but at the same time, I'm all about respect. I respect people. And I look for the same thing in return. Let's see. Somebody else asked me, what do I do in my spare time? My spare time, I hardly have any. I work a lot. I read. I already mentioned I like to sing. And I love to travel. I'm a spontaneous traveler. I get out and do things. And sometimes I do things by myself, I drove to Asheville 3 weeks ago by myself because I just wanted to see, what Asheville had out there. What was the attraction to Asheville? I'll go to Seattle, fly to Seattle just to go see Snoqualmie Falls, go to Las Vegas just to go see the Hoover Dam. I'm talking about one-day trips. Go, come back home. Get on the plane, get off, go. Hey, I had a friend of mine said, you want to see Sasquatch? Go out there. Get out there and go see Sasquatch if that's something that you desire. Maybe today will be the best day to start doing something that you might enjoy. Maybe today will be the day that you say, hey, I'm going to do something I've never done before. And then maybe next year you'll be like, hey, that's my anniversary that I found out that I enjoy this, that, and another. Hey, a lot of things that I've learned about me is because I went out there and I did it myself. Sometimes I had to do a lot of soul searching. A lot of soul searching. I found out a lot about me that I didn't know about myself. And if I didn't, search within me, I wouldn't have known, I really wouldn't have known, I have another question. Do you feel that Valentine's Day is a woman's holiday? I just have that question because everyone that I've talked to said, oh yeah, Valentine's Day is for women, But do you feel that way? Is this everyone's thought pattern on Valentine's Day in a relationship? I mean, if your significant other says, you say, hey babe, what you want to do for Valentine's Day? He said, oh, nothing. Do you just go about that? Because I guarantee you, if he came to you and he asked you, hey baby, what you want to do for Valentine's Day? And you say nothing. And then Valentine's Day rolls around and you ain't got nothing. You're going to be pretty pissed. I know from example, I know for myself that, hey, Elisa said, nope. Yeah, I know. But, I know that, just because I used to tell my significant other when I was married that I didn't want anything, that didn't mean I really didn't want anything. I wanted something, a card, something. Yeah, but, Keith says, yes, absolutely. It's a woman's holiday. No way a man in his right mind would even think of such travesty. You're absolutely right, Keith. But it happens. It happens. You know, that's the make or break of a relationship. I just don't see how you can take your relationship and throw it away, no matter how long you've been together, for just one day that he didn't give you anything. You know, how can you take a day? You know, love is just like Mother's Day. It should be celebrated 365 days a year, in my honest opinion. Every day that you're in a relationship, or even if you're by yourself, every day you should take time to just love you, love yourself. If you're in a relationship, you should take time to love that other person. You know, that's very important. You want to make that relationship continue to be spontaneous, continue to date, continue to love each other, continue to be with one another, continue to hold that woman's hand and look in her eyes and say, I love you. Continue to, you know, just do the things you did when you caught that person before you guys got, you know, together to be one. You want to continue that. I think that is just a beautiful thing in a relationship, because the love never dies. You know, it never dies. What dies is your feelings towards one another, but you want to renew it daily. You know, renew that love daily. You know, enjoy yourself daily. Do something for you daily. You know, don't wait for Valentine's Day to be the day that you say, well, I want you to know I love you, you know, and here are your flowers. No, boo, do it all the time. Do it all the time. Send them something, you know, just, you know, even, you know, see how much I love you. You know, I could say that with my ex, he used to put little tags and little notes everywhere when I was married that said Shimile, Shimile. And it was, see how much I love you. You know, that's just something that you could do. Just something, be a little bit creative. And I used to love that, you know, when he used to do that, because it kind of made me feel like, oh, you know, hey, you know. But, Lisa said, my cousin Lisa said, my husband would give me gifts the next day because he got them at a discount. I think both should receive gift, and that's what you want to do. That's absolutely right. You know, it's not just a woman's day and it's not just a man's day, but, you know, you treat each other, you know, love each other, give to each other. I agree, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you for that, because that is very important, you know. But anyway, you know, I'm a rambler and I know y'all didn't want me to get on here and ramble. I was waiting for people to talk and say something, ask questions, and I appreciate those that are, you know, but, you know, I don't want to wear out my time on Facebook, because I know that, you know, there are other things that might come up that we might want to talk about later, and I just want to be aware. But, you know, hey, it is Valentine's Day, and you know, it's a lot to do today, even in the midst of this pandemic. It's a lot to do, but get out there and just, you know, like I said, if you're married, enjoy one another. If you're single, enjoy yourself. And otherwise, just, you know, love life, love the Lord, and love people, love each other, you know, and let that love, you know, come from the inside out. You know, let that be that glow that people are attracted to. Okay? And I just want to say I love you. And you all take care. Enjoy your day. And I'm getting ready to go in here, and I'm about to hibernate. All right, y'all take care. Bye.